Good morning, students. Welcome to online class. Today we will study lesson number 18 and the topic is agreement of the verb with the subject. So let us start chapter number 18. So all of you take out your book, open page number 85. In this chapter we will study subject, verb, agreement. So before starting this chapter, let us clear the meaning, subject and verb. See, students, what is a subject? See, the main person, animal, object or thing in the sentence is subject, the doing part. Some subjects are singular and some are plural. And verb, the action words, the action or state of being in the sentence. Just like subjects, some verbs are singular and some are plural. You know, students, most singular verbs have an S on the end, while plural verbs don't. Singular examples you can see like he is, she shouts, mom gives. She is singular, that's why you can see at the end shouts. We have added S. In the same way, mom singular and we have added gives S. Plural examples like they are, we go, Jack and Jill run. Because they are in plural, so the verbs are also in plural. What is subject-verb agreement? See, subject-verb agreement means your subject and verb must match or agree in number. Yes, subject-verb agreement means your subject and verb must match or agree in number. Suppose if you have a singular subject, then you must use a singular verb. And if you have a plural subject, then you must use a plural verb. For example, let us see an example. The dog barks at every sound he hears. The dog is singular, so we have used the singular verb barks. The dogs bark at every sound they hear. Dogs plural, that's why we have used verb in plural form. So students, it is clear that a verb takes the same number as its subject. Always remember, we generally make a singular verb by adding S at the end. For example, the girl reads poems. Here, the girl singular. So, the verb is also singular and we have added S at the end. We do not add S in the plural verbs. If the verbs are in plural, we do not use S at the end. For example, boys go to the fair. Boys, plural. Subject is in plural and verb also in plural. I is a special pronoun. It is singular in number, but it takes a plural verb. For example, I play cricket. The subject I belongs to the first person. That's why I takes a plural form. Now, let's have one more example. One dog is sitting on the grass. Here you can see one dog. The subject is singular. So with the singular subject, verb will also be singular. So one dog is sitting on the grass. In the same way, in the next sentence, two dogs. Now the subject is in plural. The subject is in plural. Two dogs are sitting on the grass. So we will use verb also in plural. Just take one more example. The bird sings. Here, bird singular. That's why verb will be in singular. And we have added s after the verb. Next sentence, the birds sing. Here, birds are in plural. They are in many number. That's why verb also will be used as in plural form. So that means, students, subject-verb agreement means your subject and verb must match or agree in number. It is clear that a verb takes the same number as its subject. If the subject is singular, then the verb will be singular. If the subject is plural, then the verb will be plural. Now let us discuss some special applications of the rule. Now see, students, suppose two or more singular subjects are there in a sentence and it is connected by and, so we will take a plural verb like Mahesh and Dinesh are friends. So here we are using our plural verb because here two, Mahesh and Dinesh, both are singular subjects and they are connected by and. Next point, two or more singular subjects connected by and take a singular verb when if they refer to the same person or thing. If in a sentence two or more singular subjects are connected by and they refer to the same person, then we will take singular verb like the dramatist and poet has passed away. Here we are referring to same person. That's why we have used singular verb here. But if articles are used separately before each noun or adjective, that time they are considered as separate persons and we will use plural form. Like in this example, the dramatist and the poet have passed away. So here dramatist and poet both are different. They are separate. Both are different person. So that's why we have used plural verb here. Now next rule is two or more singular subjects connected by and take a singular verb if they express one thought or idea. Like bread and butter is my breakfast. Here bread and butter, they express one idea, one thought. That's why we have used singular verb here, is. And next point, if two singular subjects connected by and take a singular verb if they are preceded by each or every. If two singular subjects preceded by each or every, we will use singular verb like every man and every woman was present there. Two or more singular subjects connected by either or, neither nor take a singular verb. For example, neither tea nor coffee was available there. When two subjects connected by either or, neither nor belong to different persons, the verb agrees with the nearer subject. For example, either she or I am misunderstood. Here with I, because I is the nearer subject now, that's why we have used am. I am misunderstood. In the same way, if I write this sentence in this way, either you or she, then I will use she is the nearer subject, so I will use is. She is misunderstood. Next is when a singular noun is connected to a second noun by with or as well as, the verb must be singular. Like in this example, Ramesh with his friends was watching television. So here actually we are talking about Ramesh only, right? So we are using singular. When a singular noun is connected to a second noun by with or as well as, then the verb must be singular. A noun which is plural in form but singular in meaning. Meaning is singular but it is used as plural. So takes a singular verb. Like in this example, the news is not true. News is meaning is singular but in form it is plural. So with that we will use singular verb. The news is not true. A collective noun takes a singular verb when the collection is thought of as a whole. It takes a plural verb when the individuals of the collection are thought of separately. For example, the committee was united on that point. Here, all the members of the committee are united on a particular point. That's why we have used was, singular verb. Okay, and the committee were divided in their decision because in this sentence we have used plural verb because the individuals of the collection are thought of separately. The thoughts are divided. So the committee were divided in their decision. I think this topic is clear to you. That's all for today's class. Your homework is you are to read all the points given in your book. Tomorrow we will solve the exercises. So read the chapter carefully and read the points carefully. Thank you. Have a nice day.